Good morning and welcome to the video. It is around 5:30 a.m. right now and I'm about to hop in the ice bath. But as some of you may know, Steph and I are getting married soon. We're getting married in like 3 months. And because we're getting married soon and we're getting married in Michigan, not in Texas, we had to get a lot of our wedding registry stuff sent here to this house in Texas, so that like all of Steph's family doesn't bring the gifts to Michigan. And we have to find a way, like essentially rent a U-Haul to bring stuff back. And like gifts are starting to come in from the registry. Look at our garage right now. This is just from like some of the gifts. We have boxes on boxes on boxes just piling up. But we're about to hop in this bad boy right here in the ice bath. I can't tell you how much I love getting in this thing every morning and how much of a difference it makes in my day. Now right now, this is like the warmest it's been since I've gotten in it. It's 41 degrees. Usually it's in the mid 30s when there's like ice crystals floating to the top. So I gotta probably cool it off tonight, get a little bit colder. So here we go. 3 minutes starts now. Great way to start the morning or end like a very tough run.
A few moments later.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. And that's 3 minutes. Now, lately, I've just been getting in this thing naked, which saves a bathing suit every morning, but for YouTube video purposes, I figured it wouldn't be appropriate. And you guys know the morning routine. We got 1 scoop of strong reds in my nice white fuzzy robe after the ice bath. 1 scoop of strong greens. 1 serving, which is 4 capsules of strong multivitamin. And then our newest product, which could not have come out at a more perfect time with all this volume, strong joints. So I'll mix these two together and take these capsules. Now, Steph got me this robe 2 years ago for Christmas. Birthday. 2 years ago. I'll tell you, I haven't used it as much as I do now since I've been doing the ice bath. It is game changing. It works. Man, it's amazing. Now I'm about to eat some breakfast and then go meet up with Jordan. We're filming a workout. This is my last week of like peak training before we move into the taper, which my body is super excited for. Like this marathon prep, especially going from Ironman prep, my body is pretty beat down right now. And I'm really looking forward to this taper for the next 2 weeks, moving into the marathon. So we'll see you at the track. All right, what's going on, guys? So this is the final big week of training before moving into the taper. And today is a Yasso workout. So today's workout is 10 times 800 meter repeats. Each 800 meter repeat is to be done in 2 minutes, 57 seconds with a 2 to 3 minute recovery walk/jog in between. So like, you know, this marathon prep volume has been really high. This has been one of the hardest training blocks that I've done in preparation for something in regards to mileage, total mileage, intervals, fartleks, Yasso workouts, tempo runs, stuff like that. And this week was probably the most difficult. Like my legs are really feeling the volume and the intensity right now. This week, another change that we made. Last week was my last week of weightlifting. So this week, no weightlifting until after the marathon as per coach's orders. So let's get into today's workout. We start off with a 10-minute warm-up and then into the 800 meter repeats.
thing about this training, this program, everything I'm doing has a purpose, right? Like, so zone 2, long distance slow runs, they have a purpose. Tempo runs, they serve a purpose. Yasso workouts, they serve a purpose. Intervals, they all build together to accomplish this goal. Like, you can't just go out and run zone 2 forever and get faster. You have to incorporate workouts like this to reach the goal. The goal is to qualify for Boston. We're gonna get there. We will get there. I will qualify for Boston. But these workouts are essential. They don't always feel great, but they're essential. They gotta happen. So we've got 2 iterations left, and you know, what I'm finding is, as my training gets more advanced, even after I push my heart rate to a higher limit, when I'm done doing that rep, that exercise, that movement, my heart rate comes back to normal. It comes down very quickly. Like this morning I woke up, my resting heart rate was 39. And something that goes through my mind during stuff like this, all of running, is when I was in ROTC in college. This is back like 2009 to 2013. We had this one instructor, Captain Angove. Dude was an animal, a tank, like the craziest physical specimen I've ever experienced in my life. And he put us through these workouts. Like, he'd take us to this one. It was a ski hill, because I was in Western Pennsylvania at IEP. And we go to this ski hill, and we would low crawl up this thing. We'd low crawl and push water cans up this and logs up this. We would run from like the ROTC department to this hill with logs on our shoulders and do log workouts there. It was crazy. And the one thing he used to always say is, it's not gonna last forever. Like, at some point this is gonna end. Like, I'm not gonna work you till 24, 30 hours. Like, we're only in this PT session for an hour every morning. You can only embrace this suck for so long until the class is over. Same thing with a workout. If you're going to run 4 miles, if you're going to run an hour, if I'm running less than 3 minutes in this case, you can only go through it for so long. You know it's got to end. So while you're in it, go as hard as possible, because you know it has to end. All right, 2 more. And let's go. So that was 10. That was 10 800-meter repeats within the prescribed time period. I can't even begin to describe the difference between how that felt now as opposed to the way it would have felt in the beginning of this prep. Right, so I had this plan. My coach, Legacy Endurance, created this plan for me, and I followed that plan. I followed that plan 100% of the way, and it's led me here. So tomorrow, today's Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday, I have a 9-mile run. Saturday, I have a 10-mile run. Sunday, 22-mile long run. And then Monday is off, and that starts to taper. So as of right now, I'm running 6 days a week. This is my last week of 6 days a week. Starting next week in the taper, it's 3 to 4 days a week. No weightlifting, like I said, no weight training. Volume decreases, intensity decreases, leading into the Austin Marathon. So see you guys then. Post photo shoot, me and Jordan went to. There's actually this really cool thing we recently found out about. It's called Peer Space, and it's almost like Airbnb, but for like studio shoots, photo shoots. So like previously, if you wanted to do a photo shoot somewhere, you have to like rent a studio, or you have to like, if you wanted to do a different house somewhere, you can maybe rent an Airbnb and pay for a night. But we found this site called Peer Space. So essentially what we do is we go on a Peer Space. They have lists of people who are in the local area are renting out their house or their studio or their apartment, like different types of like vibes and atmospheres for an hourly rate. So that's what we just did. We went to some guy's house where he lives, just for like a different look for some Strong Greens commercials. We filmed that. So we've been using Peer Space like every week for different shoots, photo shoot, video shoot, interviews, stuff like that. And it's been working out like a charm. So that was this morning, and now we're going to Whole Foods to hit up the hot salad bar for a delicious lunch. So see you there.
Do they have schnitzel butter here?
So today's options at Whole Foods, we got some ground beef, white rice, cauliflower, carrots. Jordan went with the carrots. We got rice, beef patty, sweet potatoes. I'm a little jealous of those things right there. This looks delicious.
You should be jealous. I definitely chose the better food.
So with training wrapping up the peak of it and moving into the taper, I wanted to talk about my race day nutrition plan. Now let's talk about the week leading up to. So those specifically like 3 to 5 days leading up to, I will be focusing on a carb load. Nothing crazy. Right now, like my daily carbohydrate intake isn't that high. It's around probably 200 to 250 grams. And then those 3 to 5 days leading up to the race, I'll probably push carbs to 400 to 450 grams, depending on how my stomach feels and is digesting those carbs specifically. And hydration will be key. So one of the biggest mistakes I made in my first 2 marathons is the day before the race. I was like, well, I gotta hydrate. So I'm gonna drink this gallon of water with no emphasis on electrolytes, which essentially, yeah, I got a lot of water in, but it flushed a lot of my electrolytes in because I was constantly going to the bathroom the day before. Will not make this same mistake this year. I learned this through Ironman preparation, is like the 48 hours before the race with a lot of emphasis, even though I'm always focused on hydration, not just water, but electrolytes. But those 48 hours leading up to the race, I will be consuming at least a gallon of water a day with electrolytes added to that water source to make sure that I am holding on to that water and those electrolytes, moving me into a successful race day. So like those 3 to 5 days leading up, carbohydrate load, staying hydrated with water and electrolytes, super important. Now, the morning of the race, my game plan is, and a lot of this has been from experimentation and through Ironman itself, 3 hours before the race, I'm gonna have 1 cup of oatmeal with 1 banana and honey. That'll be about 90 grams of carbs. I'm also gonna have between 500 and 700 milligrams of sodium. So I'll probably have 2 full electrolyte tabs thrown into like 25 ounces of water and sip that for an hour, like 2 hours before the race. So that's 3 hours before. Pre-race, like right before the race starts, I'm gonna have 1 goo. That goo is actually what's gonna be on the course itself too, on the Austin Marathon, which is awesome. Goos are the one thing that my stomach can handle very well, and I've been training with. The past couple years at the Austin Marathon, they had, what was it? It was the Cliff gels and the Cliff Bar blocks. Now, when it comes to race day nutrition, you should be using the same thing that you've been training with. and practicing with to see how your body reacts and can utilize that. I know from personal experience, my body reacts well to goos. I've tried a bunch of different kinds. I tried like Spring Energy. I think it was called like My Spring Energy, something like that, gels this past week. And that really just didn't sit super well with me. So that is pre-race, 1 goo, right before like stepping off. Every 30 minutes on the course, and the course will be using goos and Nun hydration, NUUN. So every 30 minutes on the course, I will have 1 goo, and I will drink a little cup of the Nun hydration water that they're handing out at the water stations. And that will provide me between 40 and 45 grams of carbs with added electrolytes on the course, with the goal of finishing in less than 3 hours. So that is my race day plan. That's the plan leading up to race day, and that's the nutrition. So I mean, nutrition and fuel, I would say it's more important for longer events like the Ironman, because it's all about fuel efficiency and conservation. Marathon is shorter in duration, but still super important to be optimized that entire way through, so you can just perform as best as possible. So that's the plan. This week, like I said, it wraps up the peak of training. We move into the taper next week. And man, it's the first marathon of the season. It's in sight. So thanks for following the journey so far. I'm excited to take you guys through the process of the taper and moving into race day. So I'll see you in the next one.